Hey everybody, and welcome to Vibes, your girl Ivy. Tonight, oh my God, we have a wonderful show in store. It's a message to her. And then oh, that's right, my bad. My brain is all over the place tonight. Anyway, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Vibes, VIBEZ. We're also on Instagram at BEZ_radio. Also, you can email us at vbezradio@gmail.com. So, like I was saying, we have a wonderful show in store for us tonight. It's a message to her. So, last week, I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. I was on the road actually traveling. So, let me give you guys an update on what I've been up to. I was on the road actually traveling. I went to ATL, I went to Alabama, and I actually went to New Orleans. New Orleans is a wonderful, oh my gosh, it's like wonderful. There's so many awesome people there, so many beautiful souls, so many like awesome food, like good food. Um, and actually, when I was in New Orleans, I actually got my picture done by a gentleman, Gerald, and just talking with him, like he actually has been an artist for 32 years, and he is the second African American man that actually has his artwork actually there in a showcase there in French Quarters. And when I say the vibe that I got from him, just his demeanor, just talking with him and the vibe that he had and the ambitions that he had and just his story, it just touched me. And it's just amazing how, God will put you in certain places and have you meet different people. And then to just hear their story. Like I said, it's a magnificent place. I know most of you probably should start following me on Periscope. On Periscope, there I did a video about basically living your life, and if you're able to travel with even by yourself or with your family, I think everyone should step outside of the box and see what the world has to offer, because it's not just limited to the DMV where we live. And I feel like, when you're doing a walk with Christ and you're, transitioning, sometimes it's just great to just take your passion and just spread it, across the world, wherever he leads you to be. But I recommend, once again, traveling, if you're able to. So the time I was out last week, like I said, I was traveling, just getting to meet people and having some awesome food. Um, Also, what I've been up to, also spending time with my family. I just recommend family time. Family time, once again, is important. Just sitting down, reading a book with the boys, or watching their favorite movie, cooking a home cooked meal, talking over dinner, kind of separating yourself from the social world and putting yourself during that family time. So once again, that's just something that you guys can do. And then, of course, reading the word. That reading the word, that helps you in so many situations, and it balances you. It helps you find that balance between the work world, um whatever else you have going on. It just helps balance you and keep you like focused. And then just praying and reading the word, it kind of, when you pray and you ask God for certain things, or even not to just ask him for things, but just to give him thanks and continue, to just ask him for his grace, he reveals things to you. He reveals certain things to you. He placed people, certain people in your path. He removes certain people from your path and things of that sort. And I'm just thankful for that. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on what Ivy has been up to during the break that we had. Um, so tonight, a message to her. Um, I don't even know where to start, because I'm actually so excited about this message that we're going to do tonight, and the segment that we're going to do, and the special guest that I have for you guys. This young lady, She's an author. She's a motivational speaker. Just this time of me knowing her, I'm just thankful to actually have her on the show tonight with us to talk about her book, and then she's going to share her testimony with us. And just whatever else God wants her to reveal to her, that's what it's going to be tonight. And like I said, I'm super excited. A message to her. When I think of that, it's like you're talking to the inner you, but then it's kind of being revealed from the inner you to the woman or the young lady that needs to hear it. So it's kind of, you're talking to yourself, but you're kind of talking to someone that was once in a similar place as you. So a message to her. I'm praying for, and we pray that this message gets to the young lady and woman that needs to hear this tonight. Like I said, I'm truly excited. Too super excited. I can't stop twisting my chair. It's just it's awesome. I don't know. I wonder. And I'm sorry to get, y'all know how I get when certain things come on my mind and on my heart. Just thinking, it's touching, and just thinking about it. A message to her, because I'm sitting here kind of going through just my mindset. Just, I know some of the topics that we're soon to get into is just, I just want this message to reach that woman or that young lady, that's out there that needs to hear this message from us. When we come back, I'm going to have a special guest with me. Her name is Queen Freedom. And once again, she's an author, motivational speaker. I know you guys been seeing my post. Her book is coming out soon. So when we come back from a break, she's going to join me in the studio tonight. So we'll be right back. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vibes. Joining me, I have my lovely friend, Miss Queen Freedom. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to have you here with me tonight.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. So tell everyone who Queen Freedom is.
Queen Freedom first is a poet, a writer. I love to inspire and encourage females. I am a person who just loves to be that deep, open. My life is an open book. I don't hide anything. I do believe in just being open and honest and allowing people to be free that way, because a lot of people don't really know how to speak what they have held in for so long. So I do it, which allows them to do it. So that's who Queen Freedom is, and that's where the name comes from. So yeah.
Awesome. No, that's deep. That's deep.
I'm deep.
Awesome. So let's talk about the art of salvation.
Oh man, oh man.
So let's talk about, tell us a little bit about your upcoming book that's coming out this spring.
Okay, so the book is called The Art of Salvation, A Message to Her, the Quiet, Abused, and Abandoned. So basically, it speaks about everything that I literally just said. It talks about my journey from when I was young to now, before Christ and after Christ. It speaks about how I battled with, pornography and masturbation and fornication, and I was molested and abused, and it talked about all of these things and all of the anger that I had, and my freedom now, coming out of all of that and still being on this journey and through this process. People need to know that, and people need to understand that it is possible to not be angry anymore, even at anybody who abused you or anybody who has done you wrong. Absolutely. It is possible to not be angry anymore and to live in your freedom and your peace. So that's what it's about.
I can't. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it as well. So with the title, The Art of Salvation, what actually inspired the title of your
Um,
book?
yes, what inspired the title was actually a dream.
Mm.
One, I didn't know what salvation was at first. Being a Christian, you learn so many things that you don't know prior. And I had a dream, and I speak about it in the book. I had a dream, and on top of a cloud, the words "the art of salvation" appeared,
Wow.
and I was like, "Wow, God, what are you trying to say?" And I wrote a poem with the same title, and now it's a book. So basically, that's where it came from. And what is salvation? Salvation is literally being able to allow yourself to change, allow yourself to not be bound by what hurt you, allowing yourself to being separate from what we say in church, being separate from the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
That means to live for God and not do what you're used to doing, being in love with the new version of you. That's what
Absolutely.
salvation is. And there's an art to that, and it's beautiful. And you don't have to look a certain way, you don't have to be a certain person. You are fine. You don't have to be anybody else but yourself. There's an art to salvation, and that's exactly what the book is about.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really, really deep. Um, so speaking of Christ, and
Mm-hmm.
then speaking of you doing your book,
Mm-hmm.
what has been the toughest criticism given to you as an author, or just doing this time of your transition in your life?
um There's been a lot of support, actually. There's
Mm.
been a whole lot of support. The only negative thing that I can really think of, which is very minimal, is I'm not really going to say negative, but it's shocking when I say certain things. When you have a nice person in front of your face, when you're genuine, when you love people, and then you say, I battle with pornography. It's like, uh, whoa, it's more like a
Right,
shock. It's not
right.
really a negative thing, but that's the main thing I get is more of that open expression and those shocking looks.
Like
But
me, I'm like, no, I'm just
hey,
like,
it's okay.
right,
It's okay. People are going to get used to the fact
right,
that being open about certain things will mean that you no longer are bound by it.
absolutely.
So that's what openness means. On social media, I have 3 or 4 hashtags. I have Speak Your Freedom, Free Her, Freedom Speaks. And then sometimes I do a late night freedom tip. And that all speaks about just being open,
Mhm.
speaking. It's so much freedom in speaking because we're so mute,
That's
when you grow
true.
up in secrecy and,
That's true.
in the household, you don't even speak.
Mm.
Speaking is a milestone, is a stepping stone for a lot of people. So that's what the hashtags are about. And yeah, to go back to the question, that's what I usually get. The
Okay,
shocking,
that's not too
yeah.
bad. That's
No,
not
I don't get
too.
anything negative. Maybe we'll come back and I might have a story. I might have a story for you.
Aw. Okay, so with the audience, even with my audience tonight, and then
Hmm.
with your readers,
Hmm.
what would be the message from your book that you want the audience and your readers to grasp?
A lot of people think that I'm trying to make them a
Mm,
Christian. That is, well, I guess that would be the answer to the first, what you just asked me, but I didn't think about it until now. A lot of people think that I'm trying to make them do something.
mm,
And I want people to read the book and understand this is what I did.
mm,
And you can't make anybody do anything, but what you can do is you can tell them this was my journey. And my
right.
journey is something that you can touch. So that is what I want people to know,
Understand.
and I want them to understand that it is so much freedom in this. It is, and I love it.
That's awesome. And it's that you bring up about your book that people wanting you to make them do something.
Hmm.
It nowadays, I mean, we do have a lot of people that's on the walk with God,
Hmm.
but it seems like if you're in a place and you talk about being a Christian, or you
Right.
talk about, with God, and even with my show, it's not, I feel like it's not that you're making anyone do anything.
Exactly.
It's like we're doing what God is leading us to do. And as you say, that your journey that you went through, your life is your testimony. And that's how I feel. I feel like everyone's life should be a learning tool for someone else. Not telling them like, hey, what worked for me may not work for you, but hey, you aren't alone in this, because we do have women or young ladies that been through what you've been through. And you bring up molestation. I don't talk about it often, but I experienced that. You know what I mean? And it is, when you come to, as you say, in the household, it's more so of keeping everything a secret.
Right.
It's like you can't speak on this. Because it was someone close to you. No, we can't talk about this.
Yes.
And even today, if I bring it up, it's like, what are you talking about? Or you're not supposed to be talking about that. It's forbidding. So just being on, speaking of the religion and with Christian, it's not when you hear someone talking about God, and for the listeners, it's not that when you hear us speaking on it, that we're saying, oh, you have to go join the church, or you have to walk around and tell everybody what. That's not what it is. It's for whatever God placed on us and through our passion to just reveal to the world that He is shedding a light through us to shed to the world. So
exactly. And that's how I found my purpose. I didn't know what I wanted to do. In one of my poems, I talk about, I graduated in 2007 from high school, went to a college for about a year, came home because I partied too much, went to a community college and still didn't graduate. Went to dental school, graduated, did that for a little bit. Then I went to medical school, did that for a little bit. It's so much money and so much stuff that I did because I didn't know myself, and I didn't even know my self-worth. I just knew that I needed to work. I needed to do what the world does, basically. That's what the world does. You get a job, you have a career, you retire, and you do things like that. We forget about passion, and we forget about purpose. We forget about what we love. We forget about all of these things that makes us happy, and I am just not that person. So God allowed me to find my purpose, and it's all in the book. It's all in the book.
And I mean, speaking of finding your self-worth and just working that 9 to 5, you know what I mean? And that's what the thing is, like, a lot of people aren't happy even at their jobs today. They're not happy. So it's more so of finding that passion, understanding what is your purpose. Like, we're all put here for a reason and a purpose. So that's what it is. You have to understand you to understand what your purpose is and live by your passion.
Yep.
So,
and understanding you definitely means that sometimes you have to sit by yourself. Sometimes you have to sit by yourself. I've been on this journey for about 3 years, and for the last year or so, I've been by myself. I have not been lonely, but I've been by myself, finding myself. I know what makes me angry. So now I know that I've gone through all of these things to getting to know me. I know what to stay from to not be angry.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people would just be angry and not even think about, well, what is making me angry? What is the root of it? And what exactly can I do to change it? But there's such a routine, and this life, this thing called life, is just moving so fast. We don't even have a chance for ourselves. So this journey is definitely one that it's never ending. And freedom is not something that you wake up and just feel. You wake up and push yourself past whatever anger that you might feel. Sometimes I do wake up angry. Some days I wake up and just don't feel like it. But then I can do that. But that's when you empower yourself.
That's true.
That's when you empower yourself and you keep going.
Right. And then speaking of, as you say, change. In society today, change is a fearful thing for a lot of people. And I think that's where the world is kind of set up to where a lot of people a lot of people get tired. Like, they wake up and they're like, okay, I'm tired of the way my life is, for example. But it's like, well, what are you doing to make that change? But a lot of people have gotten so comfortable and
Complacent.
so complacent that they speak on it, but they don't want to do it, or they don't take the actions to follow through to do change.
Yeah.
It's just about, I feel like it's like you said, just going through your purpose and understanding that and pushing yourself to empower yourself to move forward. All right, so Queen of Freedom, you have, and it is awesome. It's like you have your book.
Yes.
You have so much going on. Not just being an author, not just being a motivation. Like you have so much going on.
Yes.
So, what are your future plans and like your current projects that you have going on?
Okay, so what I am doing now, every Wednesday, I have a empowerment line for us females. I speak about so many different things that females go through: self-worth, so, self-esteem, staying in the fight. Like I said, even when you don't feel like getting up in the morning, staying on whatever journey that you're on, and just understanding that you are worth it, you are beautiful. We go through all of that every Wednesday. It is at 7 a.m. So wake up with me.
I actually was on one of, no, yes, it's early, but I actually was
early.
on one of the calls.
Yeah.
Not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday previous.
Yeah.
And ladies, we're, a lot of you guys are up already on Facebook, not talking to your boy ass or whoever.
Boy ass.
So therefore, to take a few moments out to join the conference call is really awesome. I took away some great feedback.
Thank you.
It actually just having that positive feedback in the morning, it kind of just adds to your day. And even when one of the exercises that you did the Wednesday before was like, just tell a young lady that she's beautiful, like just talk positively. And I actually tried that, and it brightened up somebody else day. Just a random stranger is like, started talking to them. At first she was like, but she's like, you know what? Thank you. I needed to hear that. And I'm like, oh, I took something positive away from the call. So it's 7 a.m. But once again, it's very informative, and it's definitely positive, and you can definitely walk away with some good insight.
Yeah, people are going to be weirded out before, like, wow, whoa. But when you actually come with love,
right, that's so
people receive that, and that's what showing love is about. So every Wednesday at 7 a.m. You can find that on my social media at Queen_Freedom Speaks, which is my Instagram. 4 times a year. I've done my second one, and my third one will be in June. I have a shut-in, female-only shut-in. A lot of churches do a lock-in. I just call it a shut-in. And it's basically us getting together overnight. And we're basically doing the same thing that the call entails, but we get very deep. And that's going to be in June. It's so empowering. It's an empowering night. Be prepared to cry. Be prepared to just do all of these things that maybe you weren't ready for. But I'm so deep that I want people to understand that there's more to them than just what the surface says. Absolutely. And that's what that night is about. And other than that, the book.
So we're going to leave it. We're going to come back because, as you're saying, empowering. So we're going to come back. When we come back, Queen Freedom is definitely going to give us a spoken word. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to more vibes right after this. All right. Welcome back. You guys know me being silly as always. So once again, welcome back. I have my lovely friend Queen Freedom in the building with me tonight.
Hello, everyone.
We're discussing her book and, of course, doing a nice little interview. Deep questions. Once again, a message to her. So where we left off, with the questions, who is the one person or people that has had the most influence in your life, and why?
Wow. Okay. That is a heavy question because there are many. One, God, of course, because without him, I wouldn't even have the courage to do this. I wouldn't have the courage to speak. I would be like the people who I have to reach. So, that's first and foremost. My mother, she is definitely an independent, strong person, just with our whole family unit and how much she loves us and is supportive of us. That's another. There's a woman who actually brought me to the church. Her name is Cheryl. And without her just asking a simple question, you want to come to Bible study? I wouldn't know God. So that is another. My brothers and sisters who I met after Christ. My friend Mike, Aisha, Rick. I feel like I'm going through it down a line, but it's just like
that's how it is.
It is. It is. One of my mentors, Victoria Venable. She's awesome. There is a new woman who I am following. I don't know her, but she's a person who I aspire to be. Her name is Lisa Nichols. Nichols is the last name, and she is Christian, and she speaks. She has speaking engagements, and she empowers people, and she does it in such a profound way. And I love the way she does it because she takes what the word says and she empowers people with it. So I love the fact that she does it in the way that she does it because that's where God is calling me to be. So it's great to have people in your life or people who you can look up to.
Absolutely.
To be able to just come behind. So that is everyone. My sister, my grandmother, everybody. The list goes on.
And when it comes to where you have that list, that's awesome to have a great support system. And I love the way that you keep using the word love.
Yes.
Which I don't feel like it's used enough when you come in contact with people nowadays. So to just keep hearing you throughout the whole show, I love it. Like to just for you to keep saying love, because if you read the Bible, it's as in God loves us unconditionally. To be surrounded by that through your journey and through your transition, that's awesome to have that support and that actual genuine love through them and then through Christ. So that's I just love it. Like I got chills.
Oh wow.
But but it's just I'm sitting here and I'm just like it's just like that's awesome when you have the list and you know it's just that constant love and that constant support. So that's awesome because a lot of people, they don't have that. So if someone meets you just on the street as a stranger, or if they meet you in church, and just to have someone genuinely show you that love and that support, that's awesome. Like that's truly awesome.
And that's who I am just anyway. You know, somebody who's just a loving person. I will hug you. I will laugh with you. I will smile. I will be the craziest person in the room. Not craziest, but most sarcastic. Just to see somebody else smile. That is just my goal, you know, even at my job. You know, I work at a Christian bookstore, so people who need prayer, people who come in just to be around. That's rewarding to me. That is why I do this, not to have my own not to have my own joy or my own boast, but to see other people happy. That is why I do this. So I'm love. I'm surrounded by it. I am it. I get it from God. It's awesome.
And see, and that's the thing in the Christian walk. It's for everyone to see God's light
on people,
and then through you to see God. For the ones that don't know, is to see through you.
Right.
All right. So, oh my gosh. So this has been a phenomenal interview, phenomenal time spent with you. But we have to get on to your spoken word. I'm excited and I want to hear.
Okay.
So everyone, Queen Freedom, for her spoken word.
Thanks, guys. This piece is called Treasure Chest. And it just speaks a little bit about my testimony. Everything that I write is about my testimony, because it's to help others, as I said. So this piece is called Treasure Chest. Blessings will come once you give your life to Him. She is a lonely girl, filled with anger, hoping maybe one day her prince will someday give her a kiss under the mistletoe. And every night she weeps about what she doesn't have and has to be the referee of the fights between her mom and dad. She has nothing but yelling and screaming around her, covering her ears every night before she goes to sleep, hoping that maybe one day she will be taken away from the constant pain and misery. She is nobody she trusts because the house she lives in doesn't look like much, so she confides in her friends until one of them decides she looks good enough to touch. 6 years old, never knew what lust was until she decided to bring her into that crossfire. The devil said, "You asked for this. You said you wanted out and can't take any more pain and misery. Well, let's see what happens when you become the woman I want you to be." Years go by and the lust gets bigger. She finds out the party life is her scene because no one begs to differ. A good girl on the inside, a fake bad girl on the out, attracts bad boys on the inside and real bad boys on the out. See, that first hit, it shocked her. The second hit was okay, but by the third, she was numb but became tolerant of pain. But blessings will come once you give your life to him. But one day, her mind shifts and she realized that she wants to live. Until now, living in the dark was okay because life wasn't in the house where she lived. But see, God always has a plan in store for you. Because when you don't see him, he sees you. That feeling she felt didn't come out the blue. That was a tug between God and Satan in the spiritual battle. So ladies, love the skin you're in and forget about the mistakes you made in your past. Because once you become obedient, God will rescue you from that bozo and send you your Boaz. Don't give in to the devil's lies. He tried to trick Eve into thinking by eating that fruit, her and God's power will be equal. But see, being a born-again believer only makes Satan mad because he knows that sin doesn't have power over dead people. Stop walking with your head down. Jesus will never turn his back on you, but you have to pray up. That's the only way blessings are coming down. And they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Well, I beg to differ because a little girl in the beginning of the story was me, and God gave this ex-hoe a mission, so a housewife is not in my destiny. But giving my life to Christ was the only thing that saved her. Once you know his glory, you realize it's not about your body, but the heart inside of your chest is the treasure.
Oh my God.
Please don't make me cry.
Oh my God.
I cry enough in church.
Wow. Just wow. Oh my God.
What I can say is this. It's been so many nights where I just wanted to die, where I just wanted to commit suicide, where I hated my life, where I didn't want to go on, where I just wanted to give up. But I know somebody prayed for me. I said I wasn't going to cry. I know somebody prayed for me because it's by the power of prayer that I'm still here. And when I talk about that love and I talk about all of those people who love me, it is because of them. That's why I'm standing here. That's why I'm sitting here. So I can only help other people who are like me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hug.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Who Jesus?
Okay. Oh my God. But that comes to show how God works, the connection for me and you, the connection that is just, he is moving. And I am truly thankful to have met you, to actually have you on the show. It's been encouraging to me. I follow you, just your updates constantly, just your positivity, your spirit, everything is just like, thank you, God, for me meeting you. Because just seeing someone else on the same road that's striving to share his word out there and to share your story and share your testimony, God is real.
Yes.
He's real.
That is nothing but the truth.
So, ladies, and even I know she support she's for the women, but fellas, I mean, the word is to touch someone, to help someone come
Yes.
out of what they're going through.
Can I speak on that really quickly?
Yes.
There are a lot of people that say, "What about the fellas? What about the fellas?" And one thing I don't want people to think is that I'm leaving anybody out, because pain is pain, love is love, emotion is emotion. But I know my purpose. I know why I'm here. I know that I'm supposed to touch that person who is like me, whether that's male or female. Awesome, but I know I'm supposed to touch that female. That is why I'm here. So, to anybody who can take, anybody who can take anything from what I said, please take it. Please live in peace, live in your freedom, figure out who you are, figure out why you are the way you are, whatever part you don't like about you, and understand why it's there, because it doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, ladies, reminder, join the call tomorrow morning. I'm going to be on there. Of course, Queen Freedom, she's going to be on there.
Yes.
Hopefully tonight from the show, someone that's watching, or many of you that's watching, that you all was able to take a lot away from tonight's show. How can everyone find you on your social media plugs? Where can they find you?
Yeah. Instagram is at Queen_Freedom_Speaks. Facebook is facebook.com/QueenFreedomSpeaks. If you need to email me for any engagements or anything for poetry, even to come speak, my email is queen.freedomspeaks@gmail.com.
And before, I want to mention, because I think I only mentioned it one time in the show, when is the book coming out?
Yes, the book is coming out May 14th, in the name of Jesus. Yeah. May 14th. Yes, I am so excited. My website will be up soon. The pre-ordering will be soon as well. Add me on Instagram to get all of that information.
Right. And then you can also find her information on Vibes, because Vibes will definitely be helping promote her wonderful book,
Thank you,
The
guys.
Art of Salvation. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this, guys, for more Vibes. Hey, everybody. That was tonight's show. Oh my God, I'm speechless. I just want to let you guys know, make sure you guys follow us on Facebook at VIBEZ, and then on Instagram at _BEZ_radio. Stay tuned, guys. This was a wonderful show. I'm speechless. I'm like so speechless. I'll see you guys next Tuesday night live at 8 p.m. right here on WTTSradio.com. Peace and blessings.